Welcome dear students to yet another lecture on the history of English language and literature. We have just introduced the Victorian novelists. We have talked about the early Victorian novelists, the women writers of the Victorian era, the late Victorian novelists. And we also said that the most flourishing literary genre of the Victorian period was the novel. A lot of middle class women, they used to read novels. So this was the most flourishing literary genre of the Victorian period. And in our syllabus, we have to study three important Victorian novelists. They are Charles Dickens, George Eliot and Thomas Hardy. So we will have a short description. We will have a short discussion on these all three very important Victorian novelists. So my dear students, the topic of our discussion today is Charles Dickens, one of the most important novelists of the Victorian era, who lived from 1812 to 1870. Charles Dickens is considered as the greatest of the Victorian novelists, and he rose to fame at the age of 25 with his first novel, Pickwick Papers, which he published in 1836. So he was very popular by the age of 25. In his novels, we see the depiction of the lower classes and the lower middle classes. And he was most successful with these themes, the depiction of the lower classes and the lower middle classes. So that was the main theme of Charles Dickens' novels. And we also see in his novels the tremendous zeal to reform, the tremendous desire for reformation. And in all his novels we can find an underlying humanitarian sense. So what is the meaning of humanitarian sense? A desire for the human progress, welfare of the human beings. In most of his novels he tried to respond to the evils of the society, and that is typical of a writer, respond to the evils of the society. Now this was the time, we know, England was moving towards a fast-paced reform. We have discussed the different reform movements. He would write about the difficulties faced by the lower classes when England was fast growing as industrialized nation with the industrial progress and socio-political reforms. So we have learned industrialization, the evil side of industrialization. We have talked about the different socio-political reformations that took place during the Victorian era. So he will stand for the cause of the lower classes in all his writings, especially his novels. The novels published by Dickens in the 19th century, they are considered as classic. They are widely read and studied all over the world, even now. Charles Dickens wrote about 15 novels and innumerable short stories. So the novels of Charles Dickens, they have universal appeal and they are studied even today in different universities. We shall discuss the novels of Charles Dickens. As I mentioned already, the first novel was Pickwick Papers, which was published in 1836. It was his first novel and it was an instantaneous success, immediate success. He wrote the novel at the age of 25 and he would become very popular with this novel at the age of 25. The first novel is Pickwick Papers, which was published in 1836. The second novel by Charles Dickens was Oliver Twist, which was published in 1837. Now, Charles Dickens published the first monthly installment of Oliver Twist in the year 1837. And 1837, we know the importance of that year. This is the year when Queen Victoria became the Queen of England. And this novel tells a great deal about the early Victorian period. The obvious target of the novel was the New Poor Law of 1834. So the first installment of this particular novel was published in 1837. We know novels were published in installments those times. The third novel by Charles Dickens is Nicholas Nickleby, which was published in 1838. Nicholas Nickleby. Now, this novel is the life and adventures of Nicholas Nickleby, And the story centers on the life and adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. He is a young man who must support his mother and sister after the death of his father. So the life and adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. The fourth novel that was published by Charles Dickens in 1840 is The Old Curiosity Shop. The Old Curiosity Shop. Now, what is this novel? This novel is the story of Nell Trent. Nell Trent, a beautiful and virtuous young girl. She is an orphan and she lives with her grandfather in his antique shop, in his old shop. So the name, The Old Curiosity Shop. Now the fifth novel that was published by Charles Dickens in 1841 is Barnaby Rudge. Barnaby Rudge. Now this was the first historical novel of Charles Dickens. Historical novel of Charles Dickens. Now historical novel, what is that? It is a novel that has its setting. So the setting of the novel is a period of history. The setting of the novel is a period of history, and that attempts to convey the spirit, manners and social conditions of a past age. So it reveals or it conveys the spirit, manners and social conditions of a past age with a realistic detail and fidelity to historical fact. So that is a historical novel. The sixth novel published by Charles Dickens in 1843 is Martin Chuzzlewit. This is a picaresque novel. Now what is a picaresque novel? The picaresque novel depicts the adventures of a rogue, adventures of a bully, the adventures of a villain. Now very often this villain, this rogue has usually an appealing, pleasing character. So these novels, these picaresque novels adopt realistic style with the elements of comedy and satire. So they are picaresque novels. The seventh novel that was published by Charles Dickens in 1843 is A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol. Now this is another famous novel by Charles Dickens, A Christmas Carol. This novel tells the story of Ebenezer Scrooge. That name, the character of that name is familiar to us. Ebenezer Scrooge is an elderly miser. This miser is visited by the ghost of his former business partner. His former business partner named Jacob Marley, and the spirits of Christmas past, Christmas present and Christmas yet to come. So it's a ghost story. After their visits, Scrooge is transformed into a kinder, gentler man. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. The eighth novel by Charles Dickens is David Copperfield. Now it was published between 1849 and 1850. Now David Copperfield is Charles Dickens' autobiography with a difference. What is autobiography? A person writing his own biography. This is called the masterpiece of Charles Dickens. David Copperfield is the masterpiece of Charles Dickens. Now the novel features the character called David Copperfield and is written in the first person I, as a description of his life until middle ages. So it's an autobiographical novel which will describe his life until middle ages with his own adventures and the numerous friends and enemies he would meet along his way. So it is his journey of change and growth from infancy to maturity, as different people will enter his life, different people will leave his life as he passes through the different stages of his development. So David Copperfield has an autobiographical element. Charles Dickens is writing his own story. The ninth novel that is written and published by Charles Dickens in 1852 is Bleak House. Bleak House. Now it is a complex novel. Bleak House is a complex novel with a large number of minor characters and very many subplots. The 10th novel that is published by Charles Dickens in 1846 is Dombey and Son. Dombey and Son. The novel follows the fortunes of a shipping firm. The fortunes of a shipping firm whose owner is frustrated. He is frustrated because he does not have a son. He does not have a son to follow him in the job. So initially he rejects his daughter's love but eventually he will get reconciled with his daughter before the death. The 11th novel that is published by Charles Dickens in 1854 is Hard Times. Hard Times. Now it is an industrial novel. Hard Times is an industrial novel. Now what is an industrial novel? The industrial novels will criticize the effects of industrialism. It also had the discussion of contemporary reform movements like Chartism and utilitarianism. Now we have learned about industrialization and the negatives of industrialization. So this is an industrial novel. The 12th novel by Charles Dickens is Little Dorrit. Little Dorrit, that was published in 1855. Now this novel, Little Dorrit, focuses on the institution of debtor's prison. Debtor's prison. So what is a debtor's prison? So debtor's prison is a prison for people who are unable to pay back the debt. People who are unable to pay back the debt. Now destitute persons, poor persons who were unable to pay a court ordered judgment, who are unable to pay a debt, would be imprisoned in these prisons until they had worked off their debt. They had to work off their debt. They had to substitute the debt with labor, or they secured outside funds to pay back the balance, to pay back the debt. Now the 13th novel by Charles Dickens is A Tale of Two Cities, which was published in 1859. A Tale of Two Cities. A Tale of Two Cities is a historical novel by Charles Dickens. It is set in London and Paris. So two cities, London and Paris, before and during the French Revolution. So London and Paris before and during the French Revolution. Now the book which inspired Dickens to write this novel is Thomas Carroll's book, The French Revolution. The 14th novel by Charles Dickens is Great Expectation, which was published in 1860. Great Expectation. Now this novel depicts the education of an orphan nicknamed Pip. The book is a Bildungsroman, a coming of age story. We have discussed what is a Bildungsroman. Now it is Dickens' second novel after Copperfield, second novel after David Copperfield, to be fully written or fully narrated in the first person. So David Copperfield and this novel is narrated in the first person. The 15th novel is Our Mutual Friend, which was published in 1864, and that is Dickens' last completed novel. The last completed novel. And the last one, the last novel is, the 16th novel is The Mystery of Edwin Drood. The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Now Charles Dickens did not live to complete this novel. So these are the 16 novels of Charles Dickens. Many of these works have been adapted into many other media, including the cinema. Now these novels captured the fancy of the reading public all over the world. Captured the fancy of the reading public all over the world because of their universal appeal and the simplicity with which he treated his themes and characters. Universal appeal. It is appealing to everybody. It is applicable to everybody. And the themes were simple and the characters were very simple. The simplicity with which he treated the themes and characters. My dear students, we have discussed some of the novels of Charles Dickens. Now we shall see what are some of the important aspects of Dickens novels. What are some of the important aspects, characteristics? The first characteristic of Dickens novel is that in all his novels he presents the variety and abundance of the 19th century. Abundance because of industrialization. So he depicts the variety and the abundance of the 19th century. The second characteristic of his novel is that very often the stories of the novels are stories of social reconciliation and social reconstitution, social rebuilding. So it has got a social aspect. His novels have got a social aspect, social dimension. The third characteristic of Dickens novels is that the hero is usually an orphan. Hero is usually an orphan who moves from a position of deprivation, poverty and oppression to a middle class circle. So there is an upward social mobility of his heroes from poverty to middle class circles. The fourth characteristic of Charles Dickens' novels are that success is often associated with the virtues of industriousness, hard work, honesty and charity. Success is proportional to hard work, honesty and charity. The fifth characteristic we can say is that Dickens often used his novels to provide reassurance to the readers. Now, it is as if the novels had some sort of answers for the many questions which were faced by the people of the times. And the novels gave hope in an increasingly complicated, mechanical, urban world. Because of industrialization, urbanization, people face a lot of problems, and these novels used to give a lot of hopes to them. This was one of the most important aspects of Victorian novels, that they helped people in the 19th century to make sense of their lives, to give answers to many questions of their life. It had a lot of advices as to how the people could construct themselves, how people could build themselves in the changing world. All the novels had a constructive element to offer. So these are some of the characteristics of the novels of Charles Dickens. We are coming to the end of this lecture today. For the assignment, please write a short description on Charles Dickens. Please write all the novels of Charles Dickens with their year of publishing, and also write some of the characteristics of his novels, some of the characteristics of the novels of Charles Dickens. Thank you for your patient listening. Have a nice time. We hope to meet you again soon with another lecture on another Victorian novelist.